So the worst mistake that I made in 2021 as a reseller, I will not carry over into this year of 2022. What's up, guys? It's Drew with Profit Monsters. Welcome back to another video. Happy New Year. This is my first video of the new year of 2022, and I'm excited to talk to you about this video. You guys seem to really like the last time I did a video of this style, so I'm going to go ahead and give it another shot, and hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully it helps you. And if you are new to the channel, I am a full-time reseller based out of Orlando, Florida. I've been reselling full-time for almost 3 years now, and you can follow my journey here on this YouTube channel. You can click the like button, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment. They all help me out. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Drew_thrifts and flips. I share a lot of my day-to-day operations of things that happen to me or things that I'm dealing with, things I'm going through, things that I find, all on my Instagram page, so you can check me out there as well. Now let's get into the video. In 2021, there was one thing that really stands apart for me as far as being one thing that is separate from all other aspects of my business that was by far the worst. Something that I can really improve on, something that I made a lot of mistakes in, and that is not accepting offers. And I think that I can relate, or maybe you can relate to me in that aspect, where I've got over 2,000 items listed across multiple different platforms, and I have 2 eBay stores, a Poshmark closet, a Mercari store, a Depop store. I've opened up a Grailed account. I sell on Facebook Marketplace. I try to list a little bit everywhere, and I found certain categories work in certain platforms for me the best. So I don't list everything on every platform, but I am pretty diversified in my reselling portfolio. But the one thing that I can say that has been a big issue for me across all platforms is counter offering. I tend to price high on the end of the market, expecting offers to come in, but I can't tell you how many times I've gotten greedy, or I thought that I should have gotten a better offer. I'm usually pretty good at not declining. I am what I like to call the king of counter offers. I never decline an offer. I always counter offer, no matter how low it is, no matter how offensive it is. I always try to counter offer, and I've put that out on social media that you should always counter offer, because some people are just looking for a deal. And you know what? That's okay. We have to remember as resellers that sometimes we're buying an item for $4 and listing it for $100. And when someone offers you $70, you're still making a really good profit. And for me, last year in 2021, that was a big issue for me that I wasn't really thinking through. I was kind of, I guess you could say, counter offering out of emotions based on what I thought it was worth or what I thought it should sell for, because maybe I had a pair of shoes listed for $125 and then I got an $80 offer. And first of all, maybe I wanted to try to get that no fees, so I would counter at $100. And maybe there was only 1 or 2 sales that really had the comps over the $100 mark, and I had just priced it high on the market, hoping to get that full price sale. Now, there are going to be times where you will definitely get those full price sales, but I think more than not, we can all understand and relate that you're going to get offers when you are a reseller. And we as resellers have to know that offers are going to happen and that offers are okay. I actually saw one account that I've been following for a really long time. It's actually 2 people, but Little Elm Goods and Little Elm Thrifts are full-time shoe and jean resellers based out of Texas. And they said that, shared on Instagram, that one of the things that really helped their sales blow up was accepting offers and not being afraid to take offers, get some money back, make some profit, and move on. And the perfect example for me is these shoes right here. These are Kuru, which is a great bolo brand, and these are called the Atom Blasters or something like that. I honestly don't even know. I'll pop up the sale on the screen here, but I had these listed for $79.99 for the longest time, and Kuru is a great brand. They do tend to sell anywhere from like $40 to $70 in used condition. However, I had not had any offers on these, and I had been making it a point since I started the new year to accept more offers, and this was the perfect opportunity for me. I had them listed at $80 plus shipping, and a $50 offer came in. Now, I got these shoes at the flea market. I paid about $9 for them. So even if I sold them at $50, that is still a pretty good profit considering the buyer is paying shipping and I only had $9 invested. I'll still walk away with a little over $30 net profit after fees and taxes. And so that's not an amazing sale, but it's still a pretty good sale. It's a bread and butter item. It gets me my cost of goods back and it gets some money in my pocket. Especially if sales are slow, it can motivate you to definitely accept some offers. However, I'm just trying to implement that in my business so that it's easier for when the bigger items come through with a little bit of a lower offer. Say you have an item listed for $200 and you get an offer of, let's say, $120 or $130. That's a pretty low offer considering you listed it at $200. But there are a couple things to think about. The first one is, how long has it been listed? The second one is, how many other items like yours are listed right now? The third one is, how many offers have you had on it since you listed it? The fourth one is, how much space does it take up in your storage area, whether it's your house, your apartment, a closet, a storage unit, a shed like mine. Sometimes big units like a Sony Mega Storage CD player could take up a lot of space for a reseller. So those are all factors to consider and take into account when you are receiving offers. And for me in my business, I am making it a big thing to accept offers this year. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go crazy. And if I get a $20 offer on a $70 item, I'm probably not going to accept that. I still have to have room for profits, but that is the big thing for me, is if there is room for profit, I'm really going to try to accept more offers this year. I have a pair of shoes right now that is a pair of Run Disney New Balance Marathon limited edition Donald Duck shoes, and I have them listed at $109.99. There's one other pair listed for $100, and then there's one other pair listed for $60. So yes, I am at the peak of the listing for this model, but there's only about 3 listed, including mine. But the solds do not reflect my high price. I listed mine based on the one other shoe that was listed at $100, and I figured that if there was 2 of them at that price, we could set the market, considering that the only other solds were really like auctions with 1 bid. And so it was really hard to determine a price for these shoes. So I just decided to go ahead and list them high. I have currently a $75 offer on these shoes, and I have gone back and forth with this buyer multiple times over the past few days, and I'm not at the point where I'm ready to accept his offer yet because he keeps sending me messages that are kind of rude, if you will, and in those cases, maybe I'm being a little bit prideful, but I don't really want to sell to this guy because then I'm looking at a return if he's like nitpicking everything and saying, well, these shoes don't deserve $100 value because there's this, or they're a little dirty, or there's wear on the bottom. To me, that's the type of buyer that's never going to be happy with that purchase, and he's going to either complain, leave me neutral or negative feedback, or ask for a refund when he gets them. And so I'm playing a little bit of hardball with that offer. However, in most cases, like I said, I really am trying to accept more offers this year than I did last year in 2021. I would probably say I lost thousands of dollars in sales by not accepting more offers. That I have items that have been sitting where I had a fairly decent offer and now I cannot sell it for the life of me. I'll give you another example. I have a pair, and I know that it's all shoes right now, but they're perfect examples. I have this pair of Jordan Ferrari, I believe they're 14s. They're pretty beat. I paid $12 for them or $10 for them at the flea market like a year and a half ago. I listed them really high for like $140 and they were beat. I'm talking about most hype shoe people, collectors would not touch them. And but I listed them high just to see what would happen, and I think I got like a $115 offer within like 2 days of listing them. And I figured, well, hey, if I'm gonna get a $115 offer this fast, surely they'll sell for full price. So I counter offered like $5 less, and since then I've had nothing but lowball offers, $40, $50, $60, and I haven't gotten a single offer over $100 in months. So looking back on that item, I shouldn't have been greedy. I should have taken the offer, moved the inventory, made the profits, and moved on. And now I'm still sitting on these shoes to this date. And I have even since lowered the price to $85, and I still cannot make a sale. Hopefully this video will encourage you if you're like me and you lost a lot of money due to offers and counter offers last year. Be like me and let's be a little bit more open to accepting offers. Again, sometimes you're buying stuff at the bins for $2 and selling it for 50, 60, 70. Those are really good profits. And we have to remember that just like us, we sometimes complain when we don't get prices that we want to pay for certain things, even though we know it will sell. And we have to put ourselves in the buyer's perspective sometimes. And they're just looking for a deal just like we are. When you go to a flea market or a garage sale and you negotiate a price, it's the same thing that a buyer's doing on eBay, but you have a very specific buyer that's looking for the product that you're selling. Now, certain things like sell-through rates do play a big factor, and I'm sure that there are a lot of items that will eventually sell for full price. But would you rather sell an item in 10 months for $100, or would you rather sell it in 1 month for $80? What could you do with that profit that you could be making if you would have accepted that $80 offer now versus holding out for an extra 20 bucks 10 months down the road? Definitely something to think about, something that I've been thinking about a lot as I have a lot of inventory in my shed. And the goal with reselling is to sell it. We want to sell items. We want to move the inventory. We want to go out and thrift more, find more valuable items, more rare items. We don't want just stuff to sit here. So that's the goal. And sometimes running sales isn't even the best option. And neither is cross-listing. I have items that are sitting on 5 platforms right now that had sell-through rates that looked promising. So you just never know. Sometimes it just takes that right buyer in that right colorway, in that right size, at the right time, at the right price. There's so many factors that play into it. So with that being said, 2022, I'm going to be prone to accepting more offers, moving more inventory, and looking at the comps a little bit better. Maybe not pricing so high on the top of the market, but pricing a little bit more competitively to move inventory, or being willing to accept offers more often. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope it helped you, maybe gave you a little bit of perspective about how you are running your reselling business. Remember, we want to make money. That's what we want to do. So don't be greedy. Don't hold on to stuff. None of this stuff is anything that really matters to me. It's all listed for a reason because I don't want it. I want to sell it. And so with that being said, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please take a moment and do that. It really helps me out. It lets me know you guys are enjoying the content, and I will continue to put out great videos for you throughout this year. So be sure you stay tuned, stay subscribed, hit that bell notification if you haven't, and you can be looking forward to more videos from me this year. Hopefully a lot of stuff that will help you as well. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace money.